Bathwater. What are you calling me over there? I know my name's a lot harder to make, like, puns and such out of, because you don't say any part of it normal. That's no excuse to mistake me for Ruka. Yeah. There is one pun? Well, I didn't say there weren't any. I said it's very difficult. I might have said impossible and been wrong. Do the fish stick? I actually had, like... They're called fish fillets, but they're basically just big fish sticks today for food. There we go. It's a very delicate state of mind, though. All this does is scale up the shield on it. Ha. You could use a little bit more. Let's see, I can do Chain of Darkness. Let's do it. Keeper level 60. Wow. There's still one I haven't gotten yet, huh? I'm almost out of the woods. I've just got... It's been kind of pushing things out of my body. Hey, this. Yeah, this showed up before spring fades. This is one of these. Haven't done it yet. It's about a character I've seen a few times, but haven't really been introduced to. Resonance opening up for her. Home. What people call home is nothing more than a long-standing lie. Depressing. Ow.
別れの涙。再び会えたなら最初に紡いだ詩が欲しい。お返しは色とりどりの花束で。
Okay, wasn't expecting this.
私の手を握って。指が触れ合えば庭を送る。ちっぽけな二人の王国で茨はあなたを傷つけない。オルラ、私は庭で、あなたは春。聞かせてほしい。庭に捧げる春の詩を。擦り切れた二人の命で真っ赤なバラが咲き誇る。手を握ってとあなたは言った。
Yuri?
指が触れ合えば庭をくれる。
Ah, Toxic Yuri.
ちっぽけな二人の王国。
Or Doomed Yuri. Possibly both.
茨は私を傷つけない。受け取ってほしい。庭に捧げる 春の死を擦り切れた二人の命で真っ赤なバラが咲き誇る。雨は春から庭への別れの涙。再び会えたなら最後に紡いだ詩を送ろう。
Eh? A final bouquet for spring.
お返しは色とりどりの花束で。
Alright, wasn't expecting any of that to happen, but lovely. Alright, Horla. Passengers next to us are gone. Really? You're not deceiving me? Really? Horla peeked out from under the large parchment, cautiously looking around. After confirming there were no strangers around, she let out a long breath and crawled out from under the parchment. You know they can't see you, right? Not necessarily. Among the travelers could be awakeners, researchers with special equipment, or gifted individuals. Perhaps the old man who was smoking just now is a secret member of the committee. I always felt there was something very mysterious about it. Sorry. Who knows? Sunlight bathed the deck. Horla closed her eyes, arms slightly open. Noticing your gaze, she shyly pulled her hands back and hid them behind her back. Not bad. Much better than I expected. I thought you'd want to turn back after seeing so many people on the cruise. I thought about it at the time, but I didn't have the courage to tell you. Ha! So Keeper, look! It's the Xenia River. I don't know that word. The boundlessness of the sea only lasted a short while. Soon, a lighthouse rose slowly from beneath the horizon. Behind it, a wide estuary and the blurred cities on both banks came into view. Miss Nymphia! Miss Nymphia! Hello. May I ask what I can assist you with? Have you seen Horla? It's urgent. Don't you have a poetry club or something? According to my informant, Horla seems to frequently attend your events. So close to her. You must know where she is, right? Sorry, I last saw Horla 2 months ago. She dislikes crowded places. You have her poems? Poetry club must have collected many of her works, right? Unfortunately, I don't have any. I would pay a lot to acquire a copy, though. Anna, do you have something to ask her about? School newspaper hasn't had much attention lately. Horla's never liked being interviewed, not even to publish her own poems. We can publish her poems or even conduct an exclusive interview with her. This month's school magazine sales will definitely double. Already thought of the title. Garden in Spring, the untold stories of young poet Horla. According to statistics, the current number of sightings has reached double digits. According to eyewitnesses, the changes in Cité don't seem to be caused by ordinary dissolution. The current Cité is very... Very? In the words of an eyewitness, it was beautiful. Disillusion... beautiful. The lack of logic is a common characteristic of eyewitness testimonies. From their chaotic words, it can be concluded the uniqueness and impact of this event are extremely rare. Yet the exhibited risk is minimal, creating a stark contrast. We have not encountered a similar event. Whether it is a result of dissolution remains unknown. What did the contact in Cité say? The contact reported that everything was normal. The level of this event isn't high. We still need to send someone to Cité to check. Jesus Christ. Before Doll finished speaking, a white figure slipped into the office like a ghost and hid behind the curtain. Horla, if you're hiding from someone, you forgot to close the door. I'm so sorry. I've caused you trouble, Sir Keeper, Miss Doll. She hurriedly closed the office door and quickly hid behind the curtains. Horla, where are you? Horla! Come out, dear Horla. Just need a short interview. It won't hurt, I promise. Hannah's voice drifts away from outside the door. Finally started bullying Horla. Seems the pressure from the school paper's sales has indeed become quite significant. Fine if you don't want to do the interview. Just hand over a few of the many poems you've written to Hannah and she'll leave you alone. I don't really want to. Those poems only bring misfortune. I don't want that to happen again. Recalling what Horla had experienced, you understood her meaning and nodded. I should be outside, not in a crowded place like the school. Sir Keeper, can I ask for your help with a solution? To be honest, I don't have any good solutions for dealing with that ferret's agility and sense of smell. A ferret, huh? I guess she ferrets out details and weasels her way into things. However, if you'd prefer to be outdoors, there is a way I can help you. Do I really have to go out? Where would we go? You pick up the photo on the table and wave it in front of her. Sita, you're home. The cruise silently drifts, houses and flowers on both sides slowly fading behind, vanishing at the bend of the Xenia River. Hope I'm saying that right. Horla closed her eyes. A smile blossomed on her face. The wind of Cité. Cité is the city of flowers. Even the wind carries the scent of flowers. Even after all these years, the moment I smell it, I remember. Do you miss the sights of Cité? Of course, but I've always lived in the greenhouse. I haven't really been to most of the places in Cité. I've written many poems about Cité's scenery. Those are fiction. There's a chance this time I'd like to see those places. Where do you want to go the most? Place I want to visit the most? It'd be the garden where I used to live. Every rose season, the garden is in full bloom with roses, as if living in a dream. Just not sure if the roses in the poem book are still there after that fire. When the fire broke out, I couldn't escape, so I buried my poetry collection in the garden. This time I intend to find it. After all you've experienced in Cité, I didn't think you'd like this place or want to see that poem again. Those things have nothing to do with this land or its people. Cité is a beautiful place. As for the poem, I can't say, Sir Keeper. It brings much pain to those around me, which I dislike, but it's also my most precious possession. Whether to preserve or destroy it, I still want to find it. Don't worry. I will definitely take you to see it. Just not sure if we can still find it after all these years. A black butterfly flutters gracefully and lands on Horla's outstretched fingertips. Look, Sir Keeper, a butterfly. If a butterfly lands on someone, it means that, in the butterfly's eyes, this person's life is like a flower. Might be the literal flower that is your eye. The Cité people, a life like a flower always brings good fortune. Exactly, miss. You smell like roses. Cité has many beautiful rose gardens. You'll feel right at home here. That butterfly just talked. Horla. You've never witnessed a butterfly speak. You gently pulled Horla back. Wow, a talking butterfly? And it's black like the dissolution. Mrs. Butterfly, sorry, I'm not very good at small talk. No aggression. Not like a dissolution mutant. Nor a phantasm. The pitch-black humanoid butterfly flapped its wings and swayed to and fro as it left the cruise ship. He looked around cautiously. Xenia River still flowed quietly. Mr. Butterfly? Nah, this is Miss Butterfly. Though I appreciate the reference. This is a black butterfly. This one ain't related to no ballerinas. Humans becoming butterflies. A beautiful image, isn't it? No. New butterfly. A well-dressed noblewoman appears beside you without your notice. She turns her face toward the Xenia River and gives Horla a slight smile. However, miss, the rose on your eye is far more beautiful than a butterfly. Yes, madam. Horla, did you disable your shroud? I haven't. Madam, can you see me? In the new cité, all things of beauty should be seen. You're part of this, aren't you? The new cité. Ah, we've arrived. She was in the opening. Animation? I hesitate to call it a full animation, but video. Opening video. Painting like you have never seen before unfolds before your eyes. Remove the word before. The first one. Cruise ship collides with the shore buffer, producing a dull thud. You and Horla stare in bewilderment, seemingly forgetting how to walk. My car won't arrive for a while, so let me show you around. She raises her hand, her arm tracing an elegant arc. Welcome to Cité, distant guests. Okay. That's a new week, which also means... New realm study. Please, Pharos, get to 3 at least. If I can at least fill out her enlightens, she'll be way stronger. Nothing, nada. Oh, something. Come on. Sangha, okay. The sculptor from Cité. She's from here too. I doubt she'll be related, though. She's not currently present. Not shit. Not a damn thing, and one more for the weekly. Nothing, not a zip. Use Mercy gains additional shield equal to 3% of defense for each tentacle present. Oh. EV collection up. Hip hip hurrah, hip hip hazoo. Arcane Dominion and all them summons. Puts me well on the path to my summons for next week. That's something this game does very well. You get to actually, you know, roll the gacha very frequently. Even if it's not the event gacha, you still get to do some rolling. And the free gacha is still, like... It's still useful. These characters are still good and do things. And they're wheels, too. And you get enough to be rolling on them. Not like... Some games, the free gacha genuinely stops giving you anything worthwhile after a point, so you just stop bothering. Looking at FGO. I still play FGO, I like FGO, but the friend point gacha doesn't do anything after your first, like, year of the game. What's this about? Oh yeah, buy to get stuff. Huh. Clown? Very old school clown. Oh, hey, that reminds me. Where was the... Right? Settlement store, Prototype Horizon. Almost forgot to get that. I think I've still got time on it anyways, though. Alright, who to use that on, though? Because I've got Dolan Inferno to a point I don't feel I need to keep feeding her those. She's gotten her over-exalt, you know? Like, maybe one day getting the absolute axiom, but... It's like, I feel like that's not a... I don't feel like that's something I need to be focusing on, you know? With her over-exalt, I think I'm fine. If anything, I want to save it for other characters who I need this kind of thing for. Da-da-da. Maybe, it's not like I have to use it right away. I can store it for when I get a character who I really want it to have. Like, I can wait, is the thing. City of Blossoms. City of Flowers. Which is it? This is to... Cite, the City of Flowers and Poetry. Today's Cite truly lives up to its name. Led by the noble woman, you walk forward, overwhelmed by everything that catches your eye. You walk down the misty streets, touching the stained bricks on the buildings, plucking sycamore leaves like color ink. The city seems to be shrouded by a peculiar filter, with all buildings and plants standing in an extremely surreal, watercolor-like appearance. It's the keeper. Look at this house. It seems like there's some lines floating on it. Like poetry inscribed on buildings, so beautiful. These beautiful scenes seem to make Horla forget those painful memories, as well as the strangers around. Her eyes shimmered as she followed you through this picturesque city. Impressive you still have the heart to think about this now. Horla, don't you think the city of Cite has become strange? No, although I've forgotten what Cite looks like, I think it should look like this. This lady is correct. Cite, a city of flowers and poetry, should indeed look like this. Noblewoman smiled and patted Horla's back. Only now seeming to realize there was a stranger beside her, she smiled awkwardly, blushing as she hid herself slightly behind the parchment. A clear bell rings, and a carriage appears before you. Ah, my ride is almost here. I'm afraid I can't stay with you any longer. I didn't expect you to come, so I didn't prepare a gift. Here, this is for you, and I hope you won't dislike it. She extends her hand, presenting something to Horla. This is... A rose stained with watercolor trembles slightly in the wind from an unknown direction. Horla looks up joyfully to express gratitude. The old woman has already boarded the carriage. Farewell, Horla. The carriage moves forward, soon blending into the distant ink painting. This elderly lady is truly kind. There's something a bit strange about her. Indeed. Oh dear, I forgot to ask her for directions. Never mind, let's look for someone nearby. Such a big city. There's so few people on the streets. Truly strange. Changes in visual features, discrepancies in numbers. Witnesses' accounts were not wrong. Indeed. That's roughly the situation in Cité. Things are strange here, but no danger or signs of dissolution have been found yet. Horla and I are preparing to move forward. Find the contact as soon as possible and verify the situation here. The school is preparing to assign reinforcements, but it will take some time. Understood. Till then, leave the investigation in Cité to us. Turning off the silver communicator, you vigilantly scan your surroundings. The city seems to be enveloped by a peculiar filter, with all the buildings standing bizarrely like haphazardly smeared oil paintings. Been walking down this street for 10 minutes without seeing anyone. The only things here are the strange buildings by the roadside, surrounded by clusters of blooming flowers. In broad daylight, walked for so long without seeing a single person. Do people in Cité not go out? Ah! Why'd you hide inside the parchment again? La la la. A resident hums an unfamiliar tune, passing by the intersection ahead, showing only their back. He wears a suit that looks overly tight. The shape of his head appears somewhat odd. Thank goodness, finally I see someone. Quickly step forward. Hello, sir. Ah, hello, dear sir. He's a fucking bug. May I ask how I can be of assistance to you? Turned around. Above the suit was the enormous head of a bee. What's wrong, sir? Did I say something inappropriate that made you uncomfortable? No. No. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to Medici Avenue? Ah, sir, you're new to Cité, right? Yes. No wonder you don't even know the most famous street. Rest assured, citizens of Cité are very hospitable. Medici Avenue is just... This Mr. B didn't finish his sentence and suddenly started convulsing all over. A pair of large membranous wings tore through his coat, melting and dripping like butter under the scorching sun. Is that normal? Honey, Mr. B. Snap. The humanoid bee's body fell to the ground, turned black, then crumbled into powder and dispersed into the air. Is that normal? These aren't the typical symptoms of disillusion. You examine the surroundings carefully once again. Surrounded by buildings resembling abstract paintings. Observing the occasional distant residents, you can see their bodies resemble various plants and animals. Cité before me appears as if it were taken straight out of some bizarre dream. Ding. The badge on your chest gleamed silver. You established communication. Professor Dahl, I just encountered an atypical dissolution mutant. Call from Cité. A citizen turned into D-dust on a busy street. Exactly the same as what I encountered here. But I'm in Cité, and it's nothing like a bustling city. Indeed, there's no interface between the real world and a domain here. But if it's not a domain, why would this place and these people become like this? It doesn't make sense. Seems this domain is different from ordinary ones. A completely independent space. But its impact on Cité is real and tangible. No matter what, we need to find the cause before things escalate further. Understood. Communication ends. The atmosphere becomes heavy. Sir Keeper, Mr. B, has he passed away? You look at Horla and pat her on the back. It's not the real Sitae. Perhaps it's just some kind of illusion. I hope so. Horla picks a sycamore leaf and places it on the remaining D-dust. Let's go to Medici Avenue and find the contact for investigation. Look, Sir Keeper, a tram! You walked forward for a while, and a dark mass came towards you. They're trams, but we didn't see the stop, so we're not sure if they go where we want to go. Have I told you? From the fence of the old garden, you could see the tram passing by, but I've never actually rode one. I believe I recall it can go anywhere. Regardless, I still would like to board it, at least just once. Every time I see that tram, it feels like a giant. Hello, may I offer you a ride? On the winding tracks, a giant caterpillar stops in front of you. Just as I remember, it's the caterpillar train. Hello, if you're not getting in, I'll be leaving. Other passengers are waiting. You watch it warily. Caterpillar train seems friendly enough. Excuse me, does this train go to Medici Avenue? Of course, this tram can take you anywhere. A rail car that can go anywhere, huh? Sure, that makes sense. I won't question it if you don't. Anyway, at least this vehicle is indeed for carrying passengers. The caterpillar's body opens, revealing a tidy seat inside. Seeing Horla's expectant eyes, you sit down. Excuse me, how do I pay for the ticket? Free of charge. Looks like today isn't all that bad. At least there's a free ride. Not free. To obtain a ticket for this car, you need to pay with a poem. Huh? Ah, that's right. This young lady must be a local. Horla, how do you even know these rules? I'm not quite sure. That's just how I remember it. Either something's interfering with her memories, or her memories are interfering with this. She's connected to what's going on here, and we know that. Which... maybe that's the only reason we were able to walk in like we did, because she was with us. Not costly. Each rider just needs to write a simple sentence. I'll go first. He approaches the front of the bus and whispers something into the fare box by the driver's seat. Ah, what a beautiful poem. Please take a seat, miss. Can I take a look as well? I'm a bit embarrassed. I'll write in secret to you after returning, Keeper, sir. Your turn, sir. Let me think. Trolley car inched along the tracks like a caterpillar. My analogy is quite ingenious, akin to something else. Alright, let's actually try. Generally, you need to rewrite a sentence, but that lady's poem could purchase season tickets for all seats, and I don't wish to endure any more torment. Please take a seat. Fuck you, I can write poetry. Caterpillar opens its eyes. A bright light shone from them. It moves steadily forward. What is going on here? Who's texting me and why? Yeah. Delete reports. Bam. Reenact that real quick and keep rolling. What? Just a couple more. The poet. Excellent poetry immerses the reader in its world, or so classical aesthetic theory would have it. The poet. Part 3. 2 cups of coffee. Thank you. Soon, a raccoon dressed in a waiter's uniform brought you 2 cups of coffee. Speaking to strangers, made great progress already, Horla. Only 1 person and they look like an animal, but I suppose it's not nothing. Though I'm not sure whether it's a good thing, there are finally more people around. Didn't Mr. Caterpillar say that most people won't harm us as long as we don't act strangely? Hope no more bees come to sing for me. On the spacious street, citizens with various animal heads come and go, showing no signs of aggression. Bright light from an unknown source illuminates the roof and tables of the roadside cafe. Horla bathes in the light, her feet swinging in the air to an unknown beat. Remember reading in the newspaper that March Street was originally an ordinary street, but it gained fame because a painter created a piece for this cafe. I really loved this story and once wrote a poem about it. In the poem, the artist eventually settled at number 99, end of March Street. I think it's not that March Street encountered the painter, rather the painter encountered March Street. Did you say that backwards? One of those is a normal thing. Like, a painter encountering a street is a normal thing. A street encountering a painter, that's the stranger one. Vitae has become so strange, yet you seem not at all afraid. Even quite enjoying it? Here, you don't have to interact with people. You can encounter many new and fascinating things. I can't quite put it into words, but I always feel more at home here than when looking at the newspapers and photos of Cite. Look, Sir Keeper, it's the stars! Stars? Seems to be neither day nor night here. You look up. Next to the shimmering golden stars, white petals unfold. Huge daisy-like stars transform the sky into a garden. Cite is a city of poetry and flowers. Without those urgent matters, it would indeed be quite enjoyable. After 30 minutes, we encountered about 100 citizens without any attacks. And that tram must not have lied to us. So Sir Keeper has been observing all along? I have no choice. Some gaze at the stars, while others must watch the ground beneath their feet. Though not gifted in poetry, as the Keeper of Mythag, I can still handle this task. Contact is at 101 March Street. Get ready, let's go. Boom. Ooh. Unsure of the dangers ahead, you cautiously observe your surroundings. Greetings to both of you. Yeah, we meet again. Hello, Madam Butterfly, Mr. Caterpillar. What are you doing? My husband and I had dinner and were preparing to take a stroll down the street. What a coincidence, I heard the poem written by that young lady. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Are the 2 of you lost? The roads here don't match the markings on the map. And the house numbers are all messed up. Excuse me, do you know where number 101 March Street is located? 101? I don't remember if there is a number 101 on March Street. Is that so? The place isn't very large. Let's continue searching slowly. Sorry for not being of much help. Take your time with the search, enjoy your stay in Cite. After bidding farewell to the Butterfly Lady and Mr. Caterpillar, you continue to make your way through the streets of March Street, checking the numbers on the door plates one by one. I don't recall March Street being this long. We've checked the whole street twice already. Huh? But I don't see where number 101 is. The first time I didn't notice. The second time I carefully observed all the door numbers. March Street, there is no number 101. The highest house number here is this one. Stand by the wall at the end of the street. The metal nameplate on the small building ahead has been replaced with a painting. March Street, number 99. Same as the painter. Case in point, who's there? The door bursts open, revealing a thin figure before you. On the paint-stained, tattered clothes is the face of an insect. On the clothes? Are you thieves? No, we're tourists here to visit a friend. He's at 101 March Street. What's the number? No, 88. You said 101. There's no 101 here. You lies, you stole my painting. It was you who stole my painting. What? With the painter's movements, the surrounding scene suddenly changes. Oh dear. A few dazzling and bizarre colors suddenly appeared on nearby buildings, resembling a complete painting torn apart into chaotic hues by some unknown force. Is this disillusion? Uncertain of the principle behind this phenomenon, you quickly retreated with Horla. Give me back my painting! Hand reaches for you. Before it touches you, strange colors surge around him like a flood, engulfing and devouring him. Soon, the eerie colors stop writhing. You silently observe the scene before you. School badge on your chest emitted a silver glow. Ite, did something happen again? A building has disappeared. Location is on March Street. Number 99. You look at the remaining door plate number 99, taking a deep breath. We can't let things continue like this. Without a contact, we need to think of another way. The Keeper, I have a guess. No, not a guess, I'm certain. This isn't Site. Horla, what are you saying? I mean, this isn't the real Site. I put that together, yeah. This isn't the real Site? Wait, you didn't put... what? The caterpillar train that requires a poem for a ticket? Madame Butterfly? Only number 99 March Street, the painter, Daisy Stars? These things we've seen, I've always felt they were extremely familiar. It's only just now that I finally remembered why. These things have all appeared in my poetry collection. Everything here is just as I imagined in my poems. Sir Keeper, this is not the real Site. This is the Site of my imagination. Yeah, that's what I'd kind of figured out already. Either she was affecting this space or this space was affecting her, but I was guessing the former. Under the chaotic colors of March Street, Horla slowly spun around, gazing at everything that belonged to her poems. The light falls like a veil, illuminating her face, which is filled with curiosity, sorrow, and confusion. I see. No wonder there's so many bizarre things here. How did Site end up like this? I don't know either. Some things here aren't exactly the same as in my poems. Everything in the poem should have been beautiful and eternal. I don't know why it turned out this way. So much phlegm. But I think if we want to resolve the issue here, we might need to find that poem first. You still remember the way? In my poetry, March Street is close to home. I always remember the way back. Your face is the residential area, sorrow like a tangible mist enveloping you. Let's go, Sir Keeper. We're heading to the Rose Garden, to where I died. Hum him hum. Him hum him. Forgot to do these Awakener trials. Yeah, let's... I know Mochette is very strong, but let's play with her a bit. What do you got? Max Arithmetica up. Immune to death once. Instantly recover 10% HP after triggering. Permanently disabled after 3 triggers. Okay, dramatic encounter, +2 damage instances. Each time it's triggered, or strike temporary final damage up 25%. Melee generate a temporary mortal
やっ
blast.
と報酬が出せる。満足するまでたっぷり遊んであげるよ。シャイニングスーパーノヴァ発射。あの世へ行くな。シャイニングクラッシュ。
Deep Disillusion. I should save that for next turn.
生首作っちゃおう。
If I use that and then dump stuff, it'll be a lot more effective rather than try to use it when my hand's already full. Hit count +1 and strike does more damage.
シャイニングトルネード。シャイニングクラッシュ。シャイニングスーパーノヴァ発射。あの世へ行く
Yeah, I think this is working.
な。私なの。シャイニングクラッシュ。とっておきのやつで行かせてあげる。シャイニングトルネード。シャイニングクラッシュ。シャイニングスーパーノヴァ発射。
Look at all them damages. Oh, the enemy gave itself vulnerable. Not a smart play.
とっておきのやつで行かせてあげる。
Suboptimal of you.
シャイニングトルネード。シャイニングスーパーノヴァ発射。シャイニングクラッシュ。シャイニングスーパーノヴァ発射。シャイニングクラッシュ。
I think I found the loop. Owie.
とっておきのやつで行かせてあげる。シャイニングトルネード。
Imagine this character with any way to gain strength.
シャイニングクラッシュ。シャイニングスーパーノヴァ発射。
Admittedly, ton of ALMS gain per turn. Probably can't spam it anywhere near that much in actual gameplay, but still. It's a very, very powerful combo. Oh, thanks for following, Polter. I rated you yesterday. How's it going? Hey, Polter. How'd the Nameless King go? I had to step away after a while. Just playing my gacha game. Let's see. Hello, Dio. Always fun to pick him out. Savors the remnants of the dead with gluttonous delight, converting their essence into HP restoration, unleashing devastating damage. You beat him? Hell yeah! Yeah. 1 strength, damage dealt, gains an additional strength bonus of a lot. First time he scores a kill each turn, deal fixed damage of the overflow to other enemies. It's all well and good. Probably not... actually... Definitely want to be gaining strength. You want to hold on to that. Bring me a couple times you wanted to show some love to the homie. Thanks, Bolter. Actually, I told you, I think it was Ruka who first, 99% sure Ruka first led me into your streams, and I do enjoy your style. Let's see. Da da da. Oh. We're gonna like that guy? Yeah, I'm a big fan. Now I'm playing MORIMENS. I don't know how much this style of game is your shtick, but I like it a lot. Alright, kill stuff, and then he gets to produce those, and once you got a ton in hand, you can just dump them to wipe the enemy out. That's cool. Knowledge. Right. I have to install this game on mobile to get some of this stuff. I don't have that much space on my phone. Not something I usually play, but it seems interesting. Yeah, it's a bit like, well, it's very inspired by Slay the Spire. But it's gacha game with a lot of eldritch horror. I usually play a lot of very story-heavy games. On Mondays, I play whatever gacha I'm currently playing. Let's see. Belated Funeral. Bid farewell to Bones in the first funeral, and to Time in the second. We're here. Walking northeast through the bustling Medici Avenue in Cite, soon arrive at a beautiful apartment area. A palace-like mansion stands before you, conspicuous and magnificent. But why is this place changed like this? In the vast garden at its foot, gray, withered grass grew everywhere. You walk into the garden. The closer you get, the dimmer the colors around you become. And keep me tabbed while you do stuff? That's fine, don't worry about it. Lurkers loved and appreciated. Twitch may not love you, but I still do. These also parts of the imagination of your poetry? I can't quite remember. But it shouldn't be, right? I've been affected by that great fire. No matter what, this should be the place we're looking for. Horla, where'd you place the poems? When the fire broke out, I dug a small pit to protect the poetry collection, placed it in a box, and buried it. We lived in a greenhouse where roses are grown. You can find it by crossing the flower bed. Ah! Is there danger? No. Sir Keeper, look there. Horla excitedly points to a wall. A rough sketch is drawn on it with colored chalk. Two little girls in dresses are playing at being a lady and a maid. When we lived here, Colette and I would often play this game together. Sometimes I would play the noble, sometimes she would. I get the feeling she's playing the noble today. This painting was done by her, though it doesn't look very good. It's not a painting, it was made with chalk. It's a drawing or sketch or whatever, but it's not a painting. It has to be paint to be a painting. However, we didn't have more chalk at the time. She dyed this dress red with juice from the roses. It's barely visible now. What a pity. Horla's fingers gently brush over the simple line drawing, a faint smile lifting the corners of her lips. Colette, the gardener burned you to death, right? She was also my best friend. Growing up in the flower house was nice, but a bit cramped. We dreamed of having a home in the manor someday. However, in the end, I never got to live there. Horla gazed regretfully at the magnificent villa ahead and continued walking forward. The Keeper. Through this rose garden. We're almost there. Rose garden? Where's the rose garden? The backyard of this mansion used to be filled with roses. Were they Colette's? That time, we had just been driven out of our old manor and had nowhere to go. Wait, Colette. I just saw the sign. Is this the Countess's garden? Didn't you say you hadn't seen a garden for a long time? This is the most beautiful garden in this area. Let's hurry. If we get caught, it will be a lot of trouble. No, it won't. Look! She picked up a rose and placed it in Horla's hand. Colette, we're going to end up in prison. No one's going to jail. Horla, look over there. Trespass in the garden. Probably not going to go to prison over it unless the owner is genuinely psychotic. But I doubt the cops will actually... The cops will probably give you a waggle and a very stern warning. There's two small girls going into a flower garden. Following Colette's direction, Horla saw a greenhouse cultivating valuable roses. The flower room contained 2 beds and their very few belongings. Colette, what is this? I've rented this place. Oh, there's also that. But how did you... She just noticed the necklace Colette's mother had left her was no longer around her neck. Colette, you... Shush. None of that matters, Horla. What matters is, this isn't some count's garden. This is our garden. We'll eat and sleep in the greenhouse. I'll sell the flowers that grow on this land to buy us clothes and food. One day I'll even buy us a home in that building. But what can I do? All I can do is write poems that no one reads. To be honest, I don't understand your poems either. But it doesn't matter. Just write whatever you want to write. Everyone has something they're born to do. I was born to strive for this garden and that house. You? You were born to write poetry. Since then, she supported the 2 of us with the flowers from this garden. Although it was extremely tough and we were far from buying a new house, we were actually quite happy during that time. Until one day, the publisher sent me my first payment for my poems. Although she later locked you in the greenhouse and set the fire, you don't seem to hate her. Hard to say. Maybe. I don't really know what to think. I only know that if it weren't for those poems, none of this would have happened. Horla. Horla's visions unfold before you. Her sorrow seems tangible, spreading and permeating everything around. I'm sorry. Keeper, I've made you sad again. It's alright. Don't restrain your emotions. She feels things too intently, seems to start working on other people, which is also why if she recites too much poetry, people just kind of fall into weird trances. Let's continue searching for the poetry collection. Home is buried over there. Sir Keeper, please follow me. We walked through the winding paths in the garden, circled around the burnt wooden frames, and arrived in an open space behind the yard. We're here. She points to a small spot in the middle of the backyard. Surrounding roses had turned to ash and fertilizer, now overgrown with black weeds. Report from Mythag says they found Horla's silver on a scorched clearing. That is where the poem is buried. And that is her final resting place. Strange. There's a hole here. The poem collection. The poem collection should have been buried here. It hasn't been there for many years. Who? A familiar voice sounds. You abruptly turn around. The back door of the villa opens, and the noblewoman you met on the ship stands at the entrance, looking down at you. After the Great Fire, I held a grand funeral for you. It's a pity you couldn't see it yourself. Knew it. Seeing you on the ship made me happy. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. Decades. Decades, and we finally meet again. Welcome home, Horla. Sorry, just don't like new permeating everything I look at. Mark as red. What is it about? Da-da-da. Okay, the maximum number of cards can be played per turn in combat has been adjusted to 299. Are people doing infinite loops? Obviously, you can't have infinite loops in the game. Buh. Right, the realm stuff. Okay, well, let's do this with an extra... Do this with my realm here of weaklings that let me fill out Caro and Ultra. Or try to give my voice a small rest. I think we're on the last part of the little story anyways. Insight, always good. Conceal. Or some toxin, sure. Let's take a slightly stronger enemy from one of them's.
玉円の中で踊らせてあげる。はい、見えました。痛めつけてあげる。よそにしてていいの？近寄んないで。来ないで。
Slap. Computation on a strike, always good. Basically makes it cost nothing. Alright, who to rouse? Stagnant Curse is just good. Being able to consistently have all enemies be vulnerable. All the time. Ah, here we go. Dance to Destruction. That's what you want to do with a handful of her cards. Discard them. Alright, what do we say? The extra arithmetic off mob song is real good. So is Arcana Archive. Yeah. Arithmetica good. Rouse. Apply more poison, I guess. Yep, vulnerability is quite nice. Victory. Now it also gains energy instead of just refunding. Awesome. Rolling Chime for some Niliquay. Advanced Warp. Nah, I don't really want either of those. I'll just take the fragments. Give me a verse. Next fight will be slightly harder. Oh no. Extra turn. Now die from being poisoned. I still like poison. I don't know if anyone's noticed. The idea of me being able to sit back and turtle while the other guy dies anyway is quite fun to me. Bloodlust is useful enough. Hierophant Staff. I can very easily apply debuffs, so quite good. Now these three cards are one card. Rouse. You. Final battle. Stop moaning. Weird. Da-da-da. Strength and alert off this is quite nice. Immune to damage this turn, that's annoying, but whatever. I can hold out on those. I don't want to petrify this turn anyways. Now, on the other hand...
この辺かな。気をつけてください。
Mouse Wisdom wouldn't do much right now. And died anyways. Yay! It was super low level, so I don't feel like I won anything there, but gotta do it with the other realms, you know? I wanted to take a small break on my voice. If I do it again, I get silver. For now, I just get cool stuff. Poetic Bygone Days. What's this do? Start a battle, draw one command card of the wielder, have a chance to reduce its arithmetic cost by 1. Each time resistance is triggered, this effect is repeated once. It's okay. Just whoever you put it on one of their cards just costs 1 less for the whole battle? That could be kind of useful. Certainly not something I don't want. Okay, the Garden of Forked Paths. Actually, real quick, I do have some Awakens built up. I did pick up Set Archon Lotan. Just because I liked her. But I don't think I want to build her, because I have enough teams I want to build. Do I have Doomsday Rampage? I need to check. Yes, I do. I have Doomsday Rampage. Base damage, Wielder's Exalt, Pursuit, each plus 30%. After any Awakener's Strike command is played, damage dealt by the Wielder's Strike command this turn increases 13% of the Wielder's attack, stacking up to 8 times. Yeah, yes, those effects stacking up. It's not a chance-based one, so I don't need to focus on buffing it up. I think I'm okay. Let me see about... what do the other ones do? Kiss of Repose. Base damage 10%. This expiration, every time the wielder kills, their crit rate up 2%. Exalt base damage up, the scaling 2, up to 10 times. Their current realm is Karo. Gain an extra 15 Alimus when they directly consume Embryo. 3-turn cooldown. Interesting. Last verse. Command card crit rate, crit damage, shield recovery, HP recovery, shield gen, HP recovery, Alimus strength up 11%. Jesus. The realm is Ultra, gain 110 Key Flare after releasing Annihilation. After entering the Ultra round, the next posse is released twice this turn. Jesus. And no one on rate up I need to worry about now, so I can just save up these Luminous cores. Out of Lie Blood still open. I'm saving for you. For that Karo poison team I want to make. Alright. Garden of Forked Paths. They gaze at each other across the garden. Within it lie countless paths. Every one that is hers. A divergence from every one that is the other's. You are... Colette. Horla slightly parts her lips, staring straight at the old woman across a burned garden. She is a florist. It's wonderful to see that you're still so young. How did you spot Horla? I've already told you the answer. In the new cité, all things of beauty should be seen. It would be a pity if even my best friend couldn't see it. Across the garden, the old woman smiles at you. My sculptor friend told me that only those with a certain gift can become awakeners. Sculptor. Who does she know in the association is my question. So envious, Horla. You notice the traces of dissolution on her, and the person standing behind her. The Sculptors Association. Seems the situation here was caused by the gardener and the members of the Sculptors Association. You have that poem with you? The relics of an old friend must be preserved well, of course. Also, just a reminder, this isn't your collection of poems. It has always been mine. The day turned out like this. Was it your doing? And this place should be called my cité. Do you remember? Our greatest dream used to be simply buying a house. What about now? The poetry, the people, the land, and the building we've always dreamed of. Look, dear Horla, now all of Cité is mine. Colette, this question has puzzled me for many, many years. Horla's fingers nervously twist together. She looks up, her bright eyes fixed on Colette. Why are you doing these things? Why have you changed into what you are now? Colette smiled and shook her head. You are so clever that you can write beautiful poems without ever leaving your house. When it comes to people, you truly understand nothing about them. And I have never changed, Horla. No. Impossible. You once clearly... Sometimes I really envy you. I envy your talents, your gifts, and even your innocence. But why? Why do you get to live so innocently? Horla, people like us don't have the luxury of innocence. It's not like that, Colette. I don't care about those things from the past at all. Please return our poem and restore Cité to normal. Don't you care? Hearing a funny joke, Colette laughed loudly, nearly unable to straighten her back. You don't care. What gives you the right to be indifferent? Save your pity, Horla. You never understood me. You understand nothing. She stood up, regained her graceful composure, and nodded to the person beside her. The ritual begins tonight. I'll leave things here in your hands. Ritual? What are you trying to do? Colette ignores you, adjusting her clothing, and walks into the building. Wait. You try to chase after her, but the building suddenly vanishes and reappears behind you. You discover that the garden's structure was completely inverted, like a living creature. Has the structure changed? I wrote about a garden of life in my poetry. The garden in the poems isn't like this. The poem is in the hands of the gardener. She must have altered the structure here. It's still unclear how this place was formed. However, it seems that finding her may prove quite troublesome. Let's hurry and chase after them. Approaching the building with Horla, you suddenly hear her gasp. Sir Keeper, what do you see here? Horla points to the steps. A small white envelope lies where they just stood. You pick up the letter and open it. To Mr. Herbert, Colette. Hearing the living room door open, the man didn't turn around and continued to gaze out the window with great interest. What a beautiful garden, Miss Colette. Herbert. Your mansion is enviably prestigious. Only thanks to Mr. Herbert. Without your help, I would have died from dissolution. Here's the dissolution right on her. Not to mention, you have even more than before. Each party gets what they need. I need your help to verify the possibility of unifying the domain with the real world. The dissolved poem produced such a unique domain. Even the dissolved verses could disturb real objects. Not even Mythag can find many research projects this interesting. One can always live in falsehood, then falsehood ceases to exist. Your wisdom is truly astonishing, madam. How is our ritual preparation coming along? Almost there. As per your instructions, the ritual will begin next month. According to your statement, by that time, the dissolution of the poem will spread and may even affect the entirety of Cité. I don't remember you being someone who cares about morals. Of course, but I care about what I have. Will my domain be stable by then? Rest assured, ma'am. Formation of the domain is closely related to dissolution. The stronger the dissolution, the more stable your domain. Domain's coverage is still limited. Once the ritual is complete, it will spread across all of Sitae. By then, all the power and wealth in Sitae will be yours. An inexorable victory. Ah, Colette, haven't you always been a winner? The florist walked to the window and looked at her garden. She tried to maintain a dignified, noble smile, but the wine glass in her hand trembled uncontrollably. The noblewoman's face was reflected in the swaying wine glass like a festering wound. We will all be winners, Mr. Herbert. What does that mean? Statuary rhetoric. Statue is the king's rhetoric. Silence is the statues. I don't think they knew what statuary meant when they tried to say it as that. The Keeper, has the poetic world disappeared? Look back outside. Horla looks outside the door. The garden outside still retains the appearance of the world described in poetry. The indoor world is identical to the real world, no trace of the domain. This should be the real Sitae. Seems we've passed through a link point between reality and the domain. Wherever it is, we must find Colette and retrieve the poem. Knock, knock, knock. The floor shakes violently. You quickly pull Horla and hide behind a door. Help, Miss Colette. Catch the intruder. Quick search. A group of monsters with varied shapes rush into the building, passing by not far from you. Monsters from the world of poetry have invaded the real world. The ceremony's about to begin. We need to hurry. Peering out, you see the monster went somewhere else. Grab Horla and quickly run upstairs. Let's go upstairs and find... Huh? You climb the stairs, only to find they don't lead to the upper floor, and abruptly halfway up. This... What's going on? I once wrote a poem about a staircase that breaks off halfway, much like our lives filled with unexpected twists and hardships. This is clearly not the world of my poem. How could it be? Ah, I see. Rolla suddenly lifts her head, too excited to stop herself from jumping. It's Colette. This place is important to us. She specifically preserved it and remodeled it according to the description in the poem. I knew it, Keeper. Colette isn't that kind of person. This is the first time you've seen Horla so delighted. You exhale deeply. Not wanting to shatter her illusion, you gently patted her on the shoulder. Maybe. You're familiar with this place. How about letting you take the lead? Led by Horla, you evade the monster's search and continue moving forward. So Keeper, up ahead is... You quickly cover Horla's mouth and pull her to the corner of the wall. What are we supposed to be doing here? Fool, Lady Colette ordered us to guard this place because... In short, Lady Colette ordered us to stand guard here. We've been keeping watch for so long and haven't seen anything. Won't we miss the ceremony? No, the bell hasn't rung yet. Can't go anywhere until it rings. Truly looking forward to witnessing Madame Colette's live creation. Madame Colette's live performance happens only once a year. Get ready, soldiers. We'll be competing with all of Sitae for seats. Why don't we head over now? Because we need to stay here. What exactly are we doing here? Fool, Madame Colette ordered us to guard this place. These two don't seem very smart. Another way, Horla. Get ready to clear them out. Horla nods at you. You hold the silver key, and Horla takes out paper and a pen. Accompanied by silver light, elegant script appears in the air, inscribing itself into the monsters. 2 monsters fall into a deep sleep. After defeating the monsters, you hid in the room behind them. Looks like a storage room. Should be safe here for now. You can rest here and then find Colette. Horla? You don't look well. Is that so? Are you frowning just now, thinking about something? Oh, Sir Keeper, I was thinking about the conversation between those 2 monsters earlier. When I was eavesdropping earlier, it felt so familiar. I just now finally remembered. In that poetry collection, I wrote a poem about the statue in the City of Poems. Poetry City is a city-state that feeds on poetry. It has no king, their faith lies in a statue. It is interesting how her made-up perfect city, perfect for her, like, there's not that many people, so you don't have to talk to a lot of people. And you can use poems as payment for things, because she saw herself as only good at making poems which didn't put food on the table. In her ideal world, she genuinely could get by and still give people poems. Like, the one thing she thought she was any good at, and that would be good enough for her to keep on living, keep doing things, get around town, have coffee. The city runs on it. She made up a world where a world that inevitably she would thrive in. Probably because her life was so difficult by itself. Each year on the festival day, when the clock tower chimes, the statue comes to life and writes a poem for the people of the city. Poetry is so beautiful it can sustain the entire city for a whole year. Every year on the festival day, people gather at the square where the statue stands to listen to the poems it creates live. I see. Colette altered the statue's image into her own. Where is the clock tower? When I was writing poetry, I had no idea what the outside world was like. That clock tower was modeled after the one next to this building. Sorry. Still slightly sick. The 2 buildings are connected and you can cross over via a covered bridge. Horla, can you guess where Colette hid the poem? It should be okay, right? There's an extremely luxurious room in this building, belonging to the Countess. She stays here once or twice a year on occasion while the maid regularly cleans it in her absence. Colette loved that room and even snuck me in to see it. Said that once she made some money, she would definitely live in that room. I think she and the poetry collection will both be there. I see. I have a solution. You going to Colette's room to grab the poem? There are many monsters here. Yes, there are many monsters here. Probably won't be able to handle them. So we'll distract them first, then go to her room to get the poem. They're so alert now. What can we use to distract them? Use the clock tower. Clock tower? Ah, I understand. Let's ring the bell at the clock tower early. This way the monsters will gather in the square, no one will stop us. Exactly. Colette needs to prepare for her performance. She won't carry such a thick poetry collection. Likely be kept somewhere safe in her room. Use this time gap to go to her room and destroy that poetry collection. Jeez. Hey, my one issue with some of these is they really are all story, no gameplay. And I love the story, but I still want some of the gameplay, you know? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Jeez. Still so much to this. Garden dirge. No morning, no wind. Only the poet's residual ink and the death knell tolling for the garden. Ah, quick, put it out! It's too late. Nothing remains of the garden. Has everyone been rescued? Awesome, yes. One is still in the greenhouse. How pitiful. 2 children just as life is beginning to improve. Colette, don't be too sad. The fire ignited in an instant. Perhaps it was due to the high temperature, an old man's cigarette butt, or something else. Flames rose in the garden filled with dry grass, engulfing the greenhouse. Before people could react, it was already subsided. Poor child, you and Horla are like sisters. Horla is gone. You must live well. Her spirit will bless you. Don't let her be sad. Colette, live a good life. At first, many people came to comfort her. Gradually, everyone drifted away, leaving her alone with her thoughts. Colette stood motionless beside the ashes of her painstakingly maintained conservatory, letting the embers scorch her face. A tear slid down her face, quickly evaporating in the lingering warmth of the flames. Horla, they were right. You will bless me. You won't hate me. You won't hate me for taking everything from you. Your talent, your life. Even so, you still won't hate me. You are so kind and noble. In your presence, everyone else appears vulgar and petty. Tried so hard to live, but compared to you, why am I always the contemptible one? So cruel, Horla. You don't give me a single reason to hate you. You force me to live out my remaining days in pain. A sob. Colette wipes away her tears. Ash smears across her face, decorating it haphazardly. She imitated a noble, proudly raising her head and smiling at the garden, now reduced to embers and ashes. Goodbye then, Horla. But why, though? You really that jealous of her? A tear falls on the poem collection, producing a clear sound in the room. It's been many, many years since I've felt this way. Horla, you're still just as full of surprises as before. You ask, why didn't you leave your own image in the poem? It was truly difficult seeing you again. What a pity. Lady Colette, the midnight bell is about to toll. Please make preparations. Understood. She sits in front of the mirror while the maid carefully wipes away her tears with a handkerchief. Stop. Oh, for God's sake. Give me a sec. I'm back. Today is a big day. Even the best audience has arrived. The makeup must not be ruined today. She gazes intently at herself in the mirror, curling her lips. Sorry, someone existed within 3 miles of the house. My dog has decided to lose his mind about it. Stop it. Sit and be hush-hush. Alright. She gazes intently at herself in the mirror, curling her lips into a smile befitting nobility and victory. The keeper, this way. The path to the clock tower is truly complex. There's many monsters standing guard along the way, and there are many. Stop. Sit. Quiet. Don't go barking again. Okay, sound is working. I felt like I couldn't hear anything. In the poem, the bells of the city of poetry, path to the clock tower is a maze, symbolize the confusion in the hearts of the city's residents. What untimely rhetoric. Avoiding the monster's search, you arrive at the top floor. Clock tower's right there. Let's go through this corridor. There only one monster guarding this place? The other monsters must have gone elsewhere. This one should be the one responsible for ringing the bell. Think there's a way to deceive him? Sure, it should be possible. As the poem goes, the envoy of the sculpture will deliver a letter to the bell ringer, which signals the arrival of midnight. Great. Horla, you act as an envoy and trick him into ringing the bell. I'll take it out before it reacts. Huh? I have to lie to a stranger? Never mind. I'll go instead. You stay here. If they make any sudden moves, help me subdue them. Let's use her strength where they belong. You adjust your clothing and step forward. Who is there? The envoy of Lady Colette. Ah, here's the envoy. Here to deliver a message. Midnight approaches. You hand the bell ringer the letter Colette had written to Herbert. He accepts it respectfully. Good. Your Excellency, the envoy, the current celestial signs show that it's not yet midnight. You dare question Lady Colette's decision? Understood. I'll get it done right away. There we go. Bell ringer presses a button. The intricate gears begin to turn, and the hammer falls, striking the massive bell. Hammer falls? Hammer fell? Is the next Elder Scrolls game confirmed? Probably not. It's never coming out. If it does, it's gonna be mid. The hammer falls repeatedly as the 12 chimes of midnight echo across Cité. Envoy, the midnight bell is rung. Great, next we can attend Lady Colette's celebration. Great Lady Colette. My fortune to ring the bell for your celebration. To see your handwriting is my... Dear Mr. Herbert Colette, it is not a command to ring the bell, you... Before he could finish, several lines of text floated into his mind, and his eyelids drooped. After swaying twice in the air, the heavy body thuds to the ground. Horla peeks out from behind the wall and waves at you. Looks like he'll miss the celebration. Let's go. The 12 chimes ring out clear and distant, announcing the arrival of midnight. People stepped out of their homes and gathered on the streets of Cité, like a black river slowly flowing toward the square outside Colette Garden. The day has finally arrived. I'm about to meet Lady Colette. Madame Colette, the sole poet and the faith of all of Cité. I've heard this ceremony will be the grandest ever. If only I could stand below the stage and shake her hand. Dream on. So many people want to meet Madame Colette. What makes you think you can cut to the front? Just thinking about it, it's not against the law, is it? Trust me, don't overthink it. Just relax and watch with me from the outside. A distant glimpse of Lady Colette and hearing her speak is enough for me. Door opens softly. You cautiously peek inside. Come in, the bell rang and everyone went to the square. Horla, is this the place? Horla didn't reply immediately. She looked around the room, her eyes glistening. Horla? Looks exactly the same as it did when we were kids. Even with so much, even having all of Cité, this place has always been where Colette's dreams lie. Horla's emotions spread once more, and you felt your heart being touched. Horla. I'm sorry, Sir Keeper. I always struggle to control my emotions. No one should abandon their past. Thank you, Sir Keeper. We spoke about it before. Colette said that once we buy this house, we should place all her precious items in a special display cabinet for all the guests to see. Jewelry, handbags, fine clothing. The poetry collection signed with her name. Led by Horla, you arrive at a delicately crafted glass display case. On the central shelf of the showcase, the thick, lavish poem book lay quietly, like a monarch sleeping in a palace. The Abode of Roses, authored by Colette. Back then, And this poem collection was just some papers pinned together. Now it looks quite different. You take out the poem. You miss it? I miss it very, very much. Windows, not now. Yeah, you scanned my device 6 times and found nothing. Did you really need to make, like, fewer notifications? You don't need to be making noises about this. You really don't need to be telling me stuff unless something comes up. God. She wiped away her tears and shook her head with a smile. For me, for Colette, and for all of Cité, this poem brings only endless pain. The Keeper, may I? There you go. I'll miss it, but it should exist only in my memories. Farewell. Flames ignited in Horla's hand. Soon the poem turned into a pile of ashes in the fire. This book and I should have shared the same fate, reduced to ashes long ago. It wouldn't be such trouble now if it had. Finally, the problem is solved. So, Keeper, I don't seem to notice any changes. Such a widespread impact, it may take some time to dissipate. Leave for now. Do you like this room, Horla? Everything here has been kept just as it was decades ago. Poem is already burned. Your plan has failed, Colette. The poems? Oh, you mean this? She waved, and a new collection of poems appeared in her hand. Identical to the one that had been burned. What? Black dissolution liquid drips onto the ground from the poem. It's a trap. Horla, prepare to attack! Jesus. Cage suddenly appears beside you, trapping you inside. There shouldn't be such things in the poem. Such words were indeed never written in Horla's poems. Sorry, but this is my poem collection. Anything I want will appear here. Smiling, she raised her hand and tucked the poem collection into her chest. In this cité, I am the sole master. Listen, Horla. The midnight bell is tolled. Today is Cité's grandest festival. I am honored to have 2 distinguished guests here to witness the ceremony. Guards, take them to the square. I prepared the best seats for our 2 distinguished guests. Here we are. Psalm 1843. Let me trade you the first rose for your first poem. Oh, I have to bring Horla. Okay, need to figure out what she does then. Heal, give strength. Northern Wakers get some Alimus and Temp crits. Different emotions or splendid chapters corresponding effects are enhanced. Right, her whole thing. Just strength stacking. So... let's see if I can bring Kathagu Ra along somewhere. Critical point, why not? And Doll Inferna. Duties Gravitas is nice. Mind Barrier's fine. Visiting family? Hope that's fun. And if it's not fun, well... caring for some sustain, I guess. It's, yeah, that's how family tends to be. This is main stat. Alien miss regen, okay. Just wish your little shitsters would do as you say. We all wish that. This'll make it heal more. Steppenwolf is still okay on her. It's obviously not the best thing, but pure damage amp is fine. For Posse, can't go wrong with Mouse Wisdom. Lady Colette, citizens of Cité will forever remain loyal to you. Move, you're blocking my way. Miss Colette, look over here. Rose Square is packed. All of Cité's citizens have gathered here. Above, it looks like a writhing, massive black mass. Massive mass is... eh. What an inspiring scene, wouldn't you say? Colette, dressed in her finest, stands on the grand stage, elegantly waving down. Behind her, a black cage of unknown materials confines you and Horla, hanging backstage. Under the crowd's gaze, Horla finds herself curled up beneath the parchment, trembling uncontrollably. Horla, it's fine. They're just figures from the poem, so don't worry. This cage must be a product of disillusion. Buy me some time, I'll find a way out soon. I almost forgot. You're still so shy, Horla. Horla slowly peeked out from under the parchment. Colette, I've read the letter you wrote to Herbert. I'd really like to hear how you plan to persuade me at this moment. I'm not trying to persuade you. I understand why you're doing this. Heh. What? For fame and power. Sacrificing me, sacrificing poetry, sacrificing Cité. All of this I can understand. I love writing poetry, Colette. I try to listen to the voices of all people and things. You're my best friend. How could I not hear your heart? But after disillusion spreads, this garden will be erased from everyone's memory. All that has happened here, the happy and sad days we spent together. Can you really just let it all go? Colette paused for a moment, then burst into laughter. Her laughter grew louder and louder, almost causing her to forget to maintain her noble demeanor. I thought you wanted to say something to me. Cité has so many people whose lives I don't care about. Do you think I care about a measly garden? She took a deep breath and straightened herself up. Horla, you've been popular since you were young. Even though I'm the one who worked hard to support us, people always praised you. You possess remarkable talent, but so what? There's some truths you will never comprehend. Poetry, emotion, memories, morals, all just burdens. Only power and fame are truly eternal. Well said, Lady Colette. Square erupts in applause and cheers, drowning you in a wave of sound. Listen, Horla. Hear the voices of the Cité people. In this world, poetry holds no meaning. In another world, it is the same. So that's what you think. I understand, Colette. To be honest, I'm really glad you could come here. At the most crucial stage of my life, you have once again become my witness. She raises her arms. In the square, everyone knelt down before her. No poetry, no preaching. Only imagined fanatical worship. Only pure power. The earth begins to tremble. You notice the dissolution visibly spreading from the poem's center. Watch, Horla. Watch me secure another victory. Flash of silver light. The cage vanishes and you and Horla fall to the ground. It may have been a mistake to bring me here as a spectator, Miss Colette. Mythag's silver key. Even Mr. Herbert is quite envious. But I'm curious. Even in a place like this, what can you do even if you manage to escape from the cage? Play video game? Lots of gun. Ooh, we took a lot of damage there. Oh, hey. Solar Flare! Yeah, strength stacking works. And let's say... Catalyst is good. Get Trauma and Advanced Insight. Despondency. For Rouse. I think I'll take Advanced Insight for Trauma. Advanced Insight's so good. This because I always want to be gaining Strength. Guess I'll just lose the HP. Can't find a searchlight. Burn, shatter, howl. Yay! They all died. Ooh, computation. Let's rouse. Yeah, kill them all. Let's just get the healing. Let's get Cat. I'm not going straight into an elite fight after that, though. I'm not going into a buffed up elite fight. Let's get a stack instead. Oh, there's a searchlight, of course. Son of a bitch. Well, gotta do the elite fight buffed up. Countless monsters surge onto the stage. This isn't working. Horla, stay close. Let's break through from this side. If that's the case, Colette will destroy this place. Now's not the time to hesitate. Too many monsters. We can't stop Colette now. Trust me, Horla. Horla. Seeing your determined gaze, Horla still doesn't understand your meaning, but she nods. I understand. Sir Keeper, be careful. I sneezed. A lot. It's the fault of everyone else. Thank you for the blessings. Madness. Infect you with my madness. Extra turn. My fault? Yeah, totally. Not who I meant to pick. Hurts you, I guess. Resplendent chapters. World-ending inferno. Here's your meal. Ah, trauma. Gun. Shoot you. Solar flare is gonna hit really hard. Right now. Boom. 4,000, almost 5,000 damage. I'm praying after a hit like that. Oh. Give me them stronks. Be vulnerable. Curse you. Do not have enough stuff for a Fate's Descent, though. I'm just gonna block. And we're fine. We healed anyway. Didn't hurt. Solar flare! On the right of something or other. Oh, that right. Oh, hey, look, a cat. Oh, hey, look, I'm happy for some reason. Gun. Infect you with the madness. World-ending inferno! Alright, what do we got? Ooh. Salvific Limb is really good. Lamprey Kiss is not great. It is really good for sustain, but at the cost of damage. Salvific Limb is the opposite. What we got? Veil? Veil is okay. Faded Photo is quite nice, actually. I have a lot of ways to apply weakness, so stealing their strength along with it. Quite nice. I might come back for the Veil later. Might not be able to, but we'll see. Okay, let's say, a cloud, and I'll fight someone real strong next turn. What's in here? Time Scarab. Time Scarab is actually quite nice. That actually lets me stack up strength very fast with hers.
道を照らさんことを。さあ幕引きだぜ。
降臨せよ。
Interesting that Ultra Space persists between fights.
いえ燃えないように聞いて。回って回って歌います。
Owie.
韻律がバラの棘滴る血は歌のよう。
Paint over. Remember the chance minus 2, 20 minutes, no change. Move when played or discarded. The paint over effect, I mean. Explode!
余韻が狂気を胸に。
Dirge Psalm. Hmm.
焦るなよ。
Elegy Psalm. Insight, Insight, Soul Blight. Slap. Silence. Explode you. Gun. Ooh, more weakness. I don't want Echo on this. I have enough insight. You know, let's do just even more weak. Rouse. Let's get some karmic embers. Don't have the key still, okay. Rouse, and let's let her spam. I should have used this first because she gains stuff. That was silly. Madness infection. Ouchies. Yep, does. Extra turn. There's still so much strength from them, this isn't even gonna hurt.
分かったわ。回って回って。
Didn't quite go off like I wanted to, but whatever.
腕が
Ow.
余韻がバラの影滴る血は歌のよう。
More strength.
降臨せよ。
下がりな。
Ah, you exploded. He'll die to poison anyway, but solar flare.
死をくれてやる。
I guess getting a computation off Fate's Descent is nice. Get some sigils. Need them rusted keys. Destroy this trauma, lose a bunch of aliamus. Yeah, another symptom anyway. Actually, a symptom I kind of wanted. Alright, compose a verse. Strength and vulnerable and, I guess, realm mastery together. The Keeper, there are too many monsters to handle. Dissolution is growing larger. If this continues, we'll be trapped here. I overheard your conversation when you arrived in Cite. Looking for reinforcements? I won't give you the chance, Keeper. Under Colette's command, hordes of monsters rush to the exit, completely blocking your way. The opportunity has arrived. Only once. Huh? What do you mean? Your peripheral vision catches Colette dispatching all the monsters backstage to block your escape route. Around her, the number of monsters had decreased significantly, making it possible for you to attempt something. Breaking through to seek reinforcements is just a ruse. This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. Restrain her, Horla! Suddenly turn around. Horla paused for a moment, understanding your intention, then charged toward Colette with you. This is... Giant flower-shaped monster takes form from the vines around the square, blocking Colette's path. One sec. Good idea, Keeper, but I won't let any surprises affect my plan. Listen, Horla, this poem is written for you. Flower
あな
creature.
たをがっかりはさせないわ。
Dirge Palm. Let me actually get rid of that one, because I don't need hers in there. Solar flare! This is gonna hurt.
それで終わり？
Ouchies. I was correct.
薬剤降臨！回って回って！ 降臨せよ。
Curse you with not as much strength as you have.
銀の鍵が道を
Mouse
照らさ
wisdom.
んことを。
満足
Even less strength. Give me the key flare.
隠密が。わかったわ。
Ooh, this is not a great hand. But here's your meal.
パーティーですよ。韻律が
ドカ
愚かね。
Extra turn.
いえ。バラの花。
Resplendent chapters.
余韻が回って回って回って回って
Fate's Descent looks quite nice right now.
歌います。狂気を胸に。
琥珀色の血
Solar
を
flare.
くれてやる。
And madness infection.
命を惜しむな。
World-ending inferno.
泣き叫べ。
Right, I can at least get her rouse activated.
爆炎よ。ここにも
I can do a lot of things, actually. Yay, so much damage. To Horla, this thing's called. The only poem she wrote, she described gardens, sunshine, and laughter. She buried her friend's body with petals. In the poem, she was as kind as a rose.
いえ。好きに暴れて。回って回って。余韻が。バラの花。
Stacking up my strength nice and fast.
銀の鍵が道を照らさんことを。
狂気を胸に。
Healing a lot, too. Now they got all this stuff on.
燃えないよ
消えな。
Here is your meal.
パーティーですよ。
World-ending inferno.
泣き叫べ。さあ幕引きだぜ。
Poetic Paradise of Enchantment. Oh, a lot of enemies. Okay.
余韻が。バラの花。
Resplendent chapters.
歌のよ。
This will hurt a lot if I don't do something fast. Good thing I'm gonna do something fast.
琥珀色の血をくれてやる。
That might help a little bit. Oh hey, Hyper Flare. Deal a lot of damage to all enemies.
回って回って回って回って回って。
銀の鍵が
You know what? Let's just kill
道を照らさん
everything.
ことを。
Hyper Flare. There we go. Oh my god, 30,000 damage. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Ow. Song of Avarice, you say?
下がりな。
Not what I thought that card was.
満足満足。
It's becoming difficult to tell what the hell these cards do.
涙を流すな。
Oh,
命を惜しむな。
like, blank and all this shit. It's alright, I won. Right when it was getting impossible to play. Ah. Surprise attack successfully defeated the monster summoned by Colette. The world within the poem trembled, revealing a portion of Sitei's true form. The moment you approached Colette, countless flower vines erupted from the soil around her. Spikes on the vines pierced your bodies, binding you tightly. You got my clothes dirty. Do you know how much this outfit cost? Colette's anger quickly vanished, resumed her noble and composed smile. It's alright, it's alright. To confront me in my garden, you must be both brave and foolish. You've wasted your last chance to escape. This celebration, you'll have to see it through with me. There is... You stand at the edge of the garden plaza. Visible D-rifts spread upward from beneath the small building, encompassing the open space in the center of the garden. That is... our garden. No. Colette, no. Horla lowered her head. Colette walked up to her, lifted her chin, and directed her gaze toward the center of the garden. You know, Horla, many years ago I watched the Great Fire start right here. I've transformed this place into a plaza and erected my statue here. See, I understand symbolism too. Watch closely. See it clearly. That is where we live. That is our garden. Soon everything there will disappear. My life truly began the day you died. Today it will once again move towards brilliance. The black rift spreads rapidly. Soon the entire luxurious villa is engulfed. Garden, ashes, doodles, poetry, memories, laughter, oaths. Everything is sunk into the endless abyss. Huh? What's wrong with my eyes? Is that heartache just now? Why? A tear slid down Horla's face. Tears fall to the ground like drops into a still lake. Silent ripples spread, brushing past every pale heart in this illusory world. No, this feeling... Colette noticed the change in her emotions. She looked at Horla beside her in surprise. Is this Horla's ability to spread emotions? Her ability might prove useful. Let's seize this opportunity. You want to kill me and use the poem to get the life you desire. No matter what you did, I've never hated you, Colette. The Colette I once knew was my best friend. But if you destroy this place, only the current Colette will remain. I can't let the Colette I once knew be erased by you. Look at yourself, Horla. What else can you do besides writing poetry? You're right. Apart from writing poems, I'm not good at anything else. Cité, the city of flowers and poems, is our home. But all the roses have withered here, Colette. These roses are the ones you once gave me. Today I am returning them to you. He takes a step forward. Horla! Sharp thorns tear her clothes and pierce her flesh, but she doesn't care. A massive rose spike pierced her heart. Her blood flowed down the black vine, passing the first branch. The black flowers wither rapidly on the branches. A red rosebud appears, unfurls, and blooms. Blood flows along the vines, like the veins of leaves, spreading to every corner of the city. Where it passed, the deep darkness faded. Restored color and emotion, flowers and poetry to Cité. So much pain. Heart feels as if it's been pierced. That's... Mother! Mother! Child, my child has been born. As the blood spreads, scenes unfold before people's eyes. It is the newborn's rebirth, the mother's lullaby, and the lover's farewell. That was the most precious moment in your lives. The immense pain that Horla endured spread throughout all of Cité, rippling with her blood. Rose spikes pierce countless hearts. Crimson flowers blossom within every one. Colette, you own all of Cité, yet you still live here. Living in the house we once dreamed of. In the garden where we once lived together. You once saved my life. This poem, written with life, is for you and for the garden. This is a poem written for the garden in spring. Horla, you... Tears washed away her delicate makeup, but she didn't care, letting them leave messy traces on her face. Colette couldn't remember when her tears had started to flow. Past scenes unfold clearly before her. For the first time, she truly understood Horla's poetry. She finally realized what she truly cherished. Not just her. Everyone in the cité understood Horla's poem. They were moved by Horla's emotions and could not move. Now or never! You're well prepared. Your powerful spirit power, allowing you to break free from Horla's emotions. You break free from the thorns and snatch the poem collection from Colette's hand. Farewell, cité and the poems. Flash of silver. Under intense light, the D mark on the poem evaporates and dissolves rapidly. A sharp pain strikes you. A heavy loss of spirit power overwhelms you. That poetry collection, purged of dissolution, turned into a pile of yellowed old drafts, simply clipped together with a basic clip and fell to the ground. Countless monsters roar, fall to the ground, and gradually revert to human form. Desire fades, emotions return, the foundation of this world crumbles. Colette felt it. She felt her power fading. She felt defeat approaching. She summoned thorn-like blades and walked towards Horla. Pity. Colette, victory. The old lady's dog passed away and she gave me its name. You were right beside me. This is the dog's name, but I've never changed it. I need to remind myself not to lose again. Sorry, just one sec. Alright. You're right, I can't forget it, at you. Can't forget everything here. I want to win. I just want to win. What's wrong with wanting to win? Sorry, Horla. Colette sobbed in anguish, slowly approaching Horla. The domain is vanishing. Your plan has failed, Colette. Even if you attack her now, it won't change a thing. Struggling to approach Horla, the intense pain immobilized you. The spike extends toward Horla's head. Wait. A rose was cut. Colette took it and handed it to Horla. A fine poem, Horla. I'll trade my flowers for your poem. Perhaps the domain's dissolution changed the gardener. Or perhaps the gardener's transformation caused the domain to dissolve. Cité in the poems is gradually disappearing, and the power supporting Colette has also vanished. Her body turned into a pool of black sludge mixed with scattered petals, sinking into the ground in front of Horla. Colette, are you finished reading? Finished reading? I don't quite understand it. Is that so? This is my first poem, it's not very good. Not you, Horla. I don't really understand anyone's poetry. I asked many people around me, and they couldn't make sense of it either. I don't get it. What's the point of something that no one can comprehend? I think poetry isn't just words or images. It's like a key. A key? Yes. A person's heart is like a box filled with many emotions. This box is locked, and these emotions are usually kept inside, hard to take out. Poetry is the key to unlocking this chest. Actually, poetry doesn't need to be understood or even read. Everyone, whether they read poetry or not, sooner or later will find this key at some moment in their life. You'll surely become the best keysmith. Liar. You just said you didn't get it. I don't understand what you're saying, but I trust you, Horla. This poem, The Abode of Roses, is your first piece. From day onward, I'll help you treasure all your poems. I use pins to keep them together, and when I have money, I'll print a beautiful poetry collection. She extended her hand, which she had kept behind her back. Hands were covered in wounds from thorns, dark and rough, completely unrecognizable as those of a young girl. This is... The new nobles say that Site is a city of flowers and poetry. Good poem can earn you a bouquet of roses. My roses bloomed today. Not many, and all were used to pay the rent and land lease. While they weren't paying attention, I secretly kept a flower. That scarred hand presented a slightly damaged, yet still vividly red rose to Horla. A fine poem, Horla. In the future, I'll trade my flowers for your poems.
よし、片付いたぜ。報酬？小僧の笑顔でチャラにしてやるよ。
Yes, ma'am. Why is it opening in there? Dimensional Leaper. I thought that said Dimensional Larper for a second. It's like, hey, you sure pretended to use Ultra. I am almost back up to 30 in one day. They give you those plenty. My LARP has no limits. Lingering scent. Lingering fragrance. Goddamn. Miss Nymphia! Miss Nymphia! Ah, Miss Hana. You've come to see me again. I'm glad to see you too. I have an urgent matter to ask you about. I don't know where Horla is. What? How's that possible? She's been back for a whole day and still hasn't contacted you? The rumors about the two of you not getting along be true? Is it due to mutual disdain among literature enthusiasts? Or have you turned into romantic rivals? I have some matters to attend to. Please excuse me. It does make sense. Nymphia also has flowers all the time. I'm the one who truly LARPs. Hey, Miss Nymphia! Oh, no. Wait a moment, Keeper. I urgently need to see Miss Nymphia. This could very well be headline news. Horla sent me to find you. Ah? Hana came to a sudden stop. He asked me to give this to you. The Abode of Roses by Horla Colette. Is this Horla's poem? And a new pen name, too? Asked me to pass on the message that, if you think it's good, to please help her publish it in. No problem. Doesn't matter if the poem's good or not, as long as it generates some buzz. Also, Keeper, is Horla willing to accept my exclusive interview? Quietly take me to see her and... Be too greedy and you might not even get that poem published. Ow. I gave the poem to Hana. He once told me the poems didn't bring misfortune, but I couldn't believe it. Only after this did I truly come to understand. It was very telling that her power is... If she feels her emotions too much, other people around her start feeling them. Which is a great, metaphor for poetry, too. That her poetry does make other people feel things. They read it and they start feeling things they didn't know they could feel. Thank you, Sir Keeper. You save these words for when Hana interviews you. No, I still don't dare talk to others, but I'll just gradually... Just kidding. I've already declined her on your behalf. Horla lets out a deep sigh. You approach her. Ow. You know, even if Hana publishes that poem, few people would actually care. What people really care about is the stories and topics surrounding that collection of poems. I know, Sir Keeper. Even in a city like Site, there are very few true poetry readers. You don't mind that? For Colette, this is the best way to pay tribute. As for the poem itself, she plucked a petal from a rose above her eye and brought it to her nose. In Site, even where flowers are not visible, their fragrance fills the air. Poetry, like flowers, doesn't always need to be seen. She turned her head and smiled at you. Sir Keeper, do you believe that too? You and Site read poetry, but I believe roses have long since bloomed in their hearts. Flowers, blooms in your hearts. You raised her hand. Crimson petals drifted gracefully away from her palm. The wind carries the scent of roses, as if blowing from Site decades ago. Scent of flowers and poetry. Memory archived. New posse. Choose one of 4 poetry pages that haven't been chosen. Reset all after all poems have been chosen. No flower. The themed character is safe. Not a 1. Get my achievement. Poetic bygone days improved. Alright, let's see. Imagery cards retained. Sorry, the expiration, select an imagery. Cool. Ooh. Choose between one of 3 when that fills out now. Message from Horla. Mr. Keeper, the publisher has sent me a letter. They congratulated me. This collection has achieved excellent results. Congratulations, Horla. Thank you, Mr. Keeper. In the past, Colette was in charge of all these matters. All along, it's been her shouldering this part. It was under her protection I was able to wander carefree in the world of flowers and poetry. All of those things, the protection and the harm, are now in the past. Mr. Keeper, thank you for taking me to Site this time. This journey was very important to me. That's right. Everything from your past with Colette is now behind you. Look ahead, Horla. Okay, Mr. Keeper. This poetry collection is my farewell to the past. I'll remember Colette in her youth. I'll remember Colette in her old age, and now I'll let her go. There's a new life and new poems awaiting me. CG collection improved. More silver. Background collection. More silver. Even some new music. More silver. Silver and gold. Alright. That was fun. I think next time I'll finally be caught up enough I can start doing more story. It just keeps being events and other things getting in the way. And next time I'll probably actually not be sick anymore, I think. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I think I'm on my last day of being sick, because it's mostly just been drainage today. But I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Bye-bye, YouTube.